Reinforcement learning taught models to reason, but on long chains of thought the popular value-free methods leave something on the table. VAPO, from ByteDance Seed, brings the value model back and beats them. In this video, why long reasoning is hard for RL, what value-based versus value-free means, how VAPO trains, its architecture, the 7 tricks that make it stable, the benchmark numbers, and when to reach for it. Training a model to reason with RL means rewarding good answers. But on a long chain of thought, the reward often comes only at the very end. Correct or not? That single signal has to explain hundreds of tokens of reasoning. Value-free methods like GRPO and DAPO average over a group of samples, which is simple but coarse. And classic value-based PPO tends to collapse on these long, sparse reward tasks. VAPO stands for Value-Based Augmented Proximal Policy Optimization. It is a reinforcement learning framework that keeps PPO's learned value model, or critic, but fixes the things that used to make it fail on long reasoning. The critic scores the reasoning token by token, giving fine-grained credit for each step, not just one score for the whole answer. It is the first value-based method to clearly beat value-free ones on long chain of thought. Here is the training loop. For each math or coding problem, the policy samples several long answers. A verifier checks each one for correctness, giving a sparse reward. The value model then scores every token, and length-adaptive GAA turns those scores into a fine-grained advantage, how much better each step was than expected. Finally, a PPO step updates the policy on those advantages. Repeat, and the critic and policy improve together. Architecturally, VAPO is an actor-critic system. The actor is the policy that writes the reasoning. The critic is a separate value model, about the same size as the policy, that predicts expected future reward at each token. Decoupled GAE uses one setting to train that critic accurately and another to optimize the policy, so long responses are fully credited. The result is precise, low-variance credit assignment across the whole chain. So how does value-based differ from value-free? Value-free methods like GRPO skip the critic and estimate advantage by comparing samples in a group against their average reward. Cheap and simple, but a single number per answer. Value-based methods like VAPO train a critic that scores every token, giving much finer credit at the cost of training that extra model. VAPO bet is that the finer signal is worth it. Now the headline. Built on the QWEN 2.532 billion base model, VAPO reaches 60.4 on the AIM 2024 math competition benchmark. That is more than 10 points above both DeepSeek R10 at the same size and the value-free DAPO. And it gets there in only about 5,000 training steps, with no training crashes, across multiple independent runs. Efficient and reliable, as the paper's title promises. VAPO is really a careful integration of 7 techniques. Value per training stops the critic from collapsing. Decoupled and length-adaptive GAE together are the biggest wins, worth over 40 points, by properly crediting long answers and balancing short with long. Clip higher keeps the model exploring. Token level loss and a positive example language model loss add several more points. And group sampling, more repeats per prompt, squeezes out the last few. Where does VAPO fit? It is built for tasks with long reasoning and a verifiable reward. Competition mathematics, where an answer is simply right or wrong. Code generation, where unit tests give a clean signal. Any long chain of thought problem with hundreds of reasoning tokens, where per token credit really matters. In short, when you are training a frontier reasoning model and can afford a critic to chase the very top scores. In pseudocode, the loop is compact. For each problem, the policy samples several long answers. A verifier returns a sparse reward. The value model scores every token. A length-adaptive lambda sets the bias variance trade-off, and decoupled GA turns it into a fine-grained advantage. Then a clip-higher PPO step updates the policy while the critic is trained on the rewards. The key line is scoring every token, that is the value model earning its keep. When should you reach for it, and when not? Reach for VAPO on long chain of thought tasks with clean, verifiable rewards, like math and code, when you want the highest accuracy and can pay for training a critic. Think twice when answers are short, the reward is fuzzy or subjective, or you just want the simplest possible pipeline. For many teams, the value-free GRPO is lighter and good enough. VAPO is the specialist for hard reasoning. To recap, reinforcement learning on long reasoning suffers from sparse and only rewards. Value-free methods like GRPO and DAPO handle this with one number per answer and no critic. VAPO brings the value model back, scoring every token for fine-grained credit, and adds 7 techniques, value per training, decoupled and length adaptive GAE, and more, to keep it stable. The payoff is 60.4 on AIM 2024, beating value-free methods by more than 10 points. VAPO lesson is simple. Value-based reinforcement learning was not doomed on long reasoning, it just needed the right fixes. Give the critic a careful setup, and per token credit beats course group averages. Did this make VAPO click? Follow for plain English GenAI breakdowns, and save this for the next time someone says value models don't scale.